we want to do a big wrap up of everything we just said. So first of all, an assessment of the situation. You identify the different elements that creates your world.
Yeah.
You put a note on each of them on four, so you don't have the middle. It's one or two, or it's great or it's meh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then once you have your note, you define the new scores you want to have at the end of the year. So let's say health was 1 on 4. I want to end up at 3 on 4. So maybe I'm not at my goal, but I'm not far.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an example. And then after that, what you have to do is write yourself a letter, because these are just like a vision of the situation and where you want to end up. But you have to write that letter to yourself. Why? What is the story behind that one thing? And
Yeah.
this is something that you're writing to yourself. So you confess, you sharing your deepest. So you have
Yeah.
then to honor yourself and take it into consideration when you
Yeah.
plan your every day and decisions and everything
Yeah.
you want. How
Hi
are
guys.
you guys? Hi guys. How are you?
How are
Hey,
you?
little dance. Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
So, as you can see, we all pimped up because it's Christmas. It's our little Christmas moment.
Yes, it's our Christmas party with
Cleavage
COVID.
and all for you ladies. Oh yeah, this is not for the men. This is for you, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Don't forget, dress well, look good, put some makeup on, put some perfume, some cream. You're still a woman. You're beautiful. You
Yes.
don't need no eyes to see. Take some pictures of yourself. Celebrate yourself to finish this year glamourly.
Oh, yes, I love that one.
She's
Yes,
like,
embrace
yes.
yourself.
Put some jewelry on. Come on, girl.
Yes. Put some perfume, jewelry, embrace yourself.
Yes.
This year was a quite of a challenging year, I guess.
Yeah, it was quite of a year. And we thought about it and we're like, oh, what we should address now? Like, we're on a weight loss journey, but also we're in a mental and we're really working on every different aspects of our lives. And at this point, we were like, oh, what about the New Year's Eve, the New Year resolutions? So we were like, neither of us are really a big fan. And we really believe in having this now, this thoughts, this all this process now. So when you start your year, you're already into the new energy, into those new goals and this new clarity about what you're doing, why, when, where. And so you can use your energy and your time in this new year coming in a way when you can achieve everything you want.
Yes. And it's so funny because we all do the same mistake. When New Year's come, we celebrate Christmas, we ate like pigs, we drank, we party, and then January 1st, oh, I have to lose weight. It's like almost I'm going to go subscribe to the gym. I'm going to start a new diet. But we know that it's not sustainable. After a month, it's way gone in our head. So this year we want to do it differently, and I realized that I want to do it in December. The reason why it's to bring that spirit, like you said, and that mindset to be ready as of January 1st, no excuse. You know exactly your mapping, your plan, what you're going to
Yeah,
do, how you're going to do it, and who you're going to become.
yeah,
January 1st, no excuse. It
yeah,
takes preparation for that. And if you
yeah.
prepare yourself in December, January 1st, it's not going to be the same thing like every single year. You'll be ready. You have your plan, you have your mindset, and you know where you're going. And this is the
Yeah,
difference this year.
I love what you're saying, and the fact, if you when you start in January, most of the time the January, it's right after all those suppers and partying,
Yeah.
so you're tired, so you most likely will report that new way of life the week after.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, that was where we start working. So then it's easy to push it back. So
Yeah.
you mid January, you didn't start your plan. So easily come the end of the month, you didn't take a resolution. It's Valentine's
Yeah.
Day and on and on and on and on, and
Yeah.
it never
Then
stops.
it's Easter,
And
then it's this, then it's this.
yeah, and after you're like, oh my god, it's been a year and I didn't do shit of the things I really want to do, and I
Yeah.
kept thinking about it mostly every day.
That's so
So the
true.
level, like, what are you telling your subconscious that when you do something, you're not able to do it, and you kept thinking about it, but you kept doing nothing. So when you decide to do things, you don't do it. So the next time when you're going to put a goal to yourself, your subconscious will say, yeah, but every time you put a goal, you never do it. So you're
Yeah.
doing the list or you're doing all this, but you never really do it. So you have to be aware of those different spheres of your life: family, work, love, health, friendship, spiritual, mental, slash, like depending on how you want to make sure that you identify what you want to upgrade, where you want to put but more energy, what really would make your heart bloom during the year. So,
Yeah.
what are your priorities? Sometimes family is good, sometimes it's professional, sometimes I'm very happy with my relationship, but my career is crap. For me, for example, I never had, it's rare once that I had career and love at the same time. Usually I have love, career,
Yeah.
shit. I have career, I don't have love. But family is good. Okay, health. Now I'm back on my health. So you make those adjustments. So
Mm-hmm.
you would define which are your priorities,
Yeah.
and some things sometimes you just don't stop the effort, but you can put back because all you have to do is maintain it.
Yes.
So you can put other things more into the center of your attention because these are the things that weigh on you. These are
Yeah.
the things that you keep thinking about. These are the things you want to do and you never give your chance. You never give yourself the effort of being respectful of what you really truly desire in a meaningful way.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? In order to be able to accomplish that, what I would suggest it's do a introspection of your year that came by. Do a look how did you perform in the past year. Look the elements that you didn't maybe focus enough. So you, if you do that introspection on the year that just passed, and you can see, okay, so just like you mentioned, your family goals are pretty good. I did a great good effort. Did I maintain the same effort? Did I should put more effort? You need to understand that when you do those goals, you need to understand where you're coming from. So if you understand where you're coming from, you're able to predict the future, how it's going to look like. So you take that time to actually take a step back before writing your goals. Take your goals from last year. And I hope you have your goals from last year. And if you don't, why don't you just do like a quick introspection of how your year went? I'm sure that even though with the situation, the worldwide pandemic, there's some good stuff that came out from it. I'm sure you learned some new stuff, and I'm sure that there's new habits that develop, playing with your kids, maybe going for walks, eating healthier. So write down and be good to yourself. I'm sure yet you did stuff that you accomplished, things that you would never thought that you'll be able to accomplish. Just being a mom at home and teaching your kids while they're out from school because the school was closed.
Of
I'm
course,
sorry, this is a huge accomplishment in your life. Being
it
able to,
is. It's a privilege.
yeah, yeah,
It's a privilege that time. It's a privilege because it only happens once.
yeah,
Like I don't have kids, but I can imagine if I had kids that it would be like such a I guess a lot more work. But it's a blessing also to have that time when you can be there every day and really have those conversations and get to know them better. Have the
yeah.
time to get to know them better actually.
Yeah, and it's so true because even though your kids are your kids, you see them, put it that way. Before the pandemic, you get up, get dressed, brush your teeth, pack your school bag, you bring them to school. You bring them back. It's around 5 o'clock. You come from
Mhm.
work. You have to start to do the homework. You have to start do the supper.
Food.
We're eating as a supper. Okay, now it's 7 o'clock. Go take a bath and go to bed.
Yeah,
Where is the
homework.
quality time? We didn't have that time,
Yeah,
and
where do you really get to know them if it's
yeah,
not just only the conversation in between doing something else? So it's a good point that you're bringing. When you do, we spoke about it before. So when you do the assessment of your year, be grateful also. Don't forget that even though it didn't happen, like it didn't go the way you wanted. If you but we know with the quarantine, you must have some people lost their job, their family, blah blah blah. But be grateful for the things that are doing well, even if it's don't take things for granted, because it's when it's crumbling down that you realize. Like for me, for example, family was always a stable denominator in my life. And I told you, like, it's very rare when I had love and work going well together. It happened once in my life, but also it was the only time in my life when my father got seriously sick because he had a stroke. So you see how life is funny that way, right? So I always had like a strong family, good, but work, love, friends. I was so busy
Yeah.
into that. So when I got this right, right, my family was like always there. And
Yeah.
then my dad got sick. I still had my job and my love, but still the level of my happiness was, difficult. So be grateful for the things that are, don't take things for granted. That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
if you're happy with your family, you're happy. If you've been having those great friends for like ever, you're
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, don't take her for them for granted. Celebrate her. I'm lucky to have like those two great friendship in my life. I'm lucky that I have a strong and good family surrounding me. I'm lucky that I have a great family. Like for me, like yeah, love sucks, so it's okay. But I'm lucky that I got such a good career that now it's opening more and more doors for me. So I'm celebrating. I'm lucky that God gave me like such a like beautiful playground to play with. Even it's not perfect, but like I'm celebrating what I have,
Yeah.
because it's from that place that you can build,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's true, you have to celebrate yourself. And just saying, I'm grateful that I have, like, simple as that, a kind heart. We forget
yeah,
to put our qualities, write down your qualities, and be grateful for
yeah.
them.
It's very simple, but applying it, it's a different thing. Like it's a concept, but we talk here about at least try to apply it. And when do you apply it? So it's those thoughts in your mind,
Yeah.
like I'm not happy about my job. I suck. I I want things to go faster. Why me? Why it's always complicated? All those victimizing ideas are easy to brush off when you become a grateful person, because
Mm-hmm.
you cannot victimize yourself because you have blessing as much as you have things that are more difficult. You're just a normal human being. That's life. Life is not easy. I
No,
don't know who lied to you. It's not.
it's not. Yeah.
And nothing that's easy, it's still good, right? It's like fast food. Everything fast is fast,
Yeah.
but
Fast
fast
one,
is
fast
not
go.
quality most of the time.
Yeah. It's so true. But it's true what you're saying. Everything that's fast, it's not really good. Fast love,
No.
not too good. Fast food, not too good.
Fast fashion,
Fast fashion, not too
very
good,
bad.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a very great statement.
everything that so it comes from what you said, like it was so beautiful, like the yeah,
Well, that's from Les Brown, and I absolutely love Les Brown. If you don't know who Les Brown is, he's amazing, the man. So what he said that really stay in my head for a long time, and always say, if you do in your life what it's easy, your life will be hard. If you do what it's hard, your life will be easy. Some decisions are not easy. Changing your life, it's not easy. Making
yeah,
the commitment mentally to change a situation, it's
yeah,
not easy. You're better off staying in your old bad habit than changing. But the
yeah,
day you're going to make that leap of faith and starting to do it and act upon, that's when miracles going to start to happen and doors going to start to open. But you need
yeah,
to start to work towards that goal.
yeah. I love. I've been living through that quote. Like I have a few quotes that stuck with me all my life and helped me. So that's why you always have to be open. But this is one of them. I always, I had many different times in my life, big slaps, and if I was honest with myself at one point, I went with the easy choice. I turned a blind eye. I pretend I didn't see. I whatever the behavior I took, I definitely took the easy way out or the easy way of dealing with the
Yeah,
situation, and it always backfired. It's just that you're just buying time.
yeah,
So it's okay to buy time if you're conscious of buying time.
yeah,
But if you think that is the ultimate, you taking the right decision and if this is gonna result to what you want, taking the easy solution, the easy way will rarely get you to what you want. Most of the valuable things doesn't require for you to like enslave yourself, but require dedication
yeah,
and efforts.
yeah, yeah,
So this stuck with me, and also to never underestimate the power of hard work.
yeah,
So in the lowest moment of my life, this was my mojo. Of the situation, be aware of the all the different aspect of your life, and be fair about what is important, what for you.
yeah,
So this way, when you make your plan, your vision, you're more clear about what needs a bit more attention, a bit more less, or change, or drastic efforts.
yeah. And you know what? And there's an old African proverb that says,
I know it. I thought of it, and I was like, ah!
and if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot do us any harm. So if you are
Oh,
not your own enemy, no one, you will be unbreakable and untouchable. So the person inside you, don't be your own enemy, and no one will, you will be unstoppable and you won't be
how
untouchable.
can you be so pretty and so smart at the same time, girl?
Because I was broken. Now I'm gonna
Because I
take.
was chubby, I had to work my personality.
Now I would say when you're broken, and it's like now it's gonna be a Chinese proverb. You know, they make those vows and they glue it with gold, and
Mm,
the scars it become beautiful.
mm.
That vows or that plate. Well, when you're
So poetic,
broken,
girl.
the scar's gonna
You
make
made me
you.
cry. I've been patched up with gold, bitches.
That's exactly how I feel. I'm like every single scar is a piece of
Oh,
gold. Yeah.
but at the same time, the rebellious in me, with time, not always, but now, like more and more in my life, like I'm like tired to have lessons, and I'm just like, can I have a
Action.
break? Can I have a break?
Yes.
Because yeah, everything that happens, you get to understand more and know more. I think I have much more wisdom than most people that I'm. So now, like I had enough, like learning and lesson and
Yes.
self growing, like shit happening to me.
Yeah. Can
Can
we
I
go
be
now?
genre like a selfish, self efficient, like happy person? Some like I mean, yeah. Sorry, just had to let it out.
No,
But
I get
you
you.
know what I mean? Like so
Yeah.
at one point, it's like
I got
always the one having the lessons, and you have the complacent that is like everything
but don't forget.
goes well, like everything like I was planning, like when they like
But you know what? It's because you're able to handle. There's a reason why you go through what you go through. It's because you're stronger and you're able
right,
to handle.
yeah,
So that
yeah. God would never, what is it? Put you through things you cannot handle,
yes.
and after the deepest, the lower you get, the higher you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I know.
And you know what? I'm sure that even if your life, after a very, very dark period, it's like the sun came out and it's the sunshine, and oh my God, your life get went, and you went a step further. I find that every time you get low and you get back up, I find that I get, oh, I'm one step closer to my goal. I'm one
For
step closer.
sure. More mature
Yeah.
in certain things. I think I'm always gonna be a kid. That's why. But
Oh, me too.
why? I'm a bit. I grew a lot and I learned a lot because I'm that type of person that I will persecute myself. Like why did you do this? Why did you feel like that? Why did you react like that? Why? Like I would analyze myself in a way that forces me to like grow from it.
Yeah.
And I don't, and I've learned also not to take the blame of everything, because I
That's
used to
awesome.
also blame myself of everything, because if I analyze the situation, there's always a way I could have done better. But considering the information I had, where I was in my life, where I was in my mental state, where I was at that moment, I have to give myself a break. I did my best with what I.
Yeah. That's maturity.
Yeah. So also, I'm just saying this in case you're doing the same, like why. At one point, you have also to say, okay, yes, I could have done this better, but regardless, that was wrong. We don't
Move
give a
on.
fuck no more,
Yeah.
right? You have to release,
Release. It doesn't
release
belong
the
to you.
pain,
Yeah.
release the frustration, release the disappointment, release the expectation, release the critiques. You just release all of this. But for sure, for me, to do the assessment, I would definitely go with the different aspect of my life this
Yeah.
year. I will make a list after that of the different things that are important for me, and obviously you already have your why, right?
Hmm.
Or
And if
watch
you
our
don't,
video about motivation and how to set goals. We have a video about how to set goals, and we explain like the why thing. That's why we don't want to go into it again. But yeah, from there you do your list of the different aspect of your life, so you can redefine your values, what's important for you, what is success for you, not your parents, not your environment, not your ego, not your bank account. I mean, your little heart of a heart, what makes you perceive yourself as a successful person. I had to
yeah,
go through that spectrum myself, and it was not easy. So I'm returning the question, and so that's where like a lot of people, I think we get like money with success, with what is
yeah,
important to us, what is valuable in life. Like chasing money is so much part of our culture. We're North Americans, so it's like money, 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 money. But I can tell you I have money, and I'm not rich, but I have money, and I still feel very unfulfilled.
yeah. It's so
So
well
it's
said.
because of the different aspects of my life. I didn't put my energy
Yeah,
like at the right places, and it
yeah.
was not. It's just like it's a question of balance. So I love the letter. Talk about the letter.
The letter, when you do your assessment and you get your list, after you get your list of goals that you want to achieve during the year, it's time to write yourself a little letter. I know it sounds cheesy and a little bit outdated, but take a paper, take a pen, and write yourself a letter of how you're going to be, who you're going to become, how you're going to feel. At the same time, thank yourself that you're actually going to achieve those goals. And if you didn't, it's okay. That means it's not time yet. And it's okay that we usually give, okay, within 6 months, I'm going to wait that much, I'm going to look this much, I'm going to have that job. The time, honestly, just whatever, give it as a time frame, just as a reference. But the time, if it doesn't come in 6 months and it comes in 2 years, it doesn't really matter. The main goal is for you to not forget that goal and to work
Stay
on it.
aligned.
Exactly.
Stay
Exactly.
aligned in your decisions, in where you spend your time, your energy, your priorities. It
Exactly.
really it's vital. If you want to be aligned, you have to know what your goal is and what is important to you, so you can define how do you use your time, your energy, and your resources.
Yeah.
Or you will keep living a life that's not really yours, and you using all your resources to fulfill the vision that is no it's not even yours. So for sure you're unsatisfied. Identify the different spheres of your life where there is unsatisfaction,
Yeah.
and address them specifically, and define in your mind that those things I'm ready to just try to maintain,
Yeah.
and invest a bit more in those different things. I'm going to take action, because like this is like living the life and designing the life you want versus letting life happening to you.
Yeah. That's the main difference, and it's a huge difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I'm saying this because I'm thinking of a good friend that I care about, and just I mean chasing money cannot be the only goal of your life. It's you will always feel poor.
Yeah.
Richer and richer and richer you will get, you will always feel poor if other sphere of your life is as important
Or
in your
balance.
core.
Yeah. And it's well said, because I know that most of us, our parents or the society, said the amount that you have in your bank account will define who you're going to be and how you can stand in the society,
Your value,
your
your
value.
value.
But it's absolutely false. Doesn't mean that you have $1 million,
Absolutely.
you're
Your
more,
value is your capability of loving
yeah,
people around you and
making a
making them
difference.
feel
Yeah, yeah,
loved.
yeah. The most important thing is how you make people feel and how you make them become a better person. I think that's my goal. It's not to have $1 million in my bank account. My goal is to impact people so their life could be better. And
Yeah,
that's,
and it's okay to have $1 million,
oh yeah, I'm
but
happy.
if to have the $1 million you had like to cut, mistreat, uh, everything that's valuable for you and just take from others people's back everything you could, and just at one point, there's a balance of
Yeah,
what is success for you
yeah,
and what brings value to your life and what is valuable for you. So
yeah,
these things for me personally with quarantine, it gave us it gave me the time and it gave me the reset to really face those hard questions of
yeah,
what is this life that I designed for myself? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Where am I going with this specifically? So
yeah.
I'm successful, but
Am I?
like, where? Based on what principles or
Yeah.
based on what
Who said it?
goals? And after when I think about what really is there to my heart, I was really like not really ignoring, giving honor to what really was inside me. So I'm doing one thing, but I'm thinking about another thing, but I keep doing one thing.
Yeah.
But really, I want to go there, but this is what I want, but this is what I do. And no wonder why, like, I'm anxious, right?
Yeah, and you're probably not aligned in every single sphere. You said you want to go there, but your action puts you towards there. Where's the
And I'm
alignment?
looking there.
And you're looking there. So you're like,
This is me.
it,
Yeah,
it's
this
you
is
need to
me.
get
Yeah.
aligned. So first
I'm
thing,
running and I'm, yeah.
yeah,
So you go.
take your paper, write down exactly your assessment of the last year. Honestly, I'm super methodological and I'm going to use a type of graph and I'm going to put like my main sphere of my life, family, love, health, wealth, career, and everything. And then I write down like, little,
Yeah.
even 2 3 words saying every single sphere you write down. Then at the
Yeah.
end you said, did I achieve my goals? Yes, no. Put yourself, you know what, worst case scenario, put yourself a score 1 to 5, and here
Yeah.
it's 3, here it's 1,
Yes.
here it's
Like
0,
the
here
exam.
it's 5. Honestly, I
Yes.
succeed in that. It's 5. I made it. There's a recipe that you can replicate to other sphere. Don't forget, you are the own creator. So use the recipe of your own success in the sphere and reproduce it to another sphere. That's
Yeah.
okay.
I
Step
love
2,
it.
take your list. Use the same sphere of your life that you want to improve and what you want to work on, and then put it. So if you know that here, number 5, your family or your love, and it's going amazing, put it back. But you know that you're going to apply the same strategy. So you're good. You put your effort according to how much, like, you know that you're
Yeah.
doing good. But now, if you want to improve
Yeah.
your
I love
career,
it.
well, in that case, your strategy is going to be more, you're going to put more effort towards your career. Right now, I don't have a job. So I'm going to put maybe more effort towards finding a job that fits my need and my qualities and my potential. I want to work on my potential and I want to work on something who's worth my time and my energy. So you go with that strategy. Weight loss. I want to weigh 140 pounds. What's my strategy? So you put that list after you have a nice assessment of how you're going to put your effort, and it's your strategy. Honestly, can we put strategy in our life too and in our well-being? Like, I understand at work we're going to do it, but now it's like you're working for yourself. You're me Inc. You're working for yourself. It's your brand, it's your image, it's your company, you're all this together. Last step, you write yourself a letter of the most valuable thing that you want to achieve within 6 months, a year, 6 months, 3 years. I don't care how many times you define. If you want to, within 3 months, you want to set every 3 months set of goals, every 6 months, every 9 months, every year. That belongs to you. You whatever you feel comfortable, and then
Yeah, but is the letter? I love the idea of letter. Yeah, keep.
So after
for them to
that,
understand.
when the when you're gonna go for Christmas, you're gonna go see your family. Can we stop talking about the same subject over and over? You're gonna bring a fresh of new air. Like I
Mm.
know, and honestly, in my family, I'm the first one to say we always have the same type of conversation. It's not. It's very rare that it's uplifting. It's usually complaining about every single thing and every single one. Now, can we talk about stuff that are uplifting, that are positive, and that can gonna
Yeah.
move us forward? Like
You're
honestly,
gonna bring a new energy within your Christmas parties and interactions
yeah,
if you have made that work previously, because you already will be in another mindset. So you would see your interactions and the pleasure you have with the different people you're gonna meet
yeah,
in a different way. For example, maybe one of your goal was like to invest more time with my family. So in that time, you would see that moment differently, and maybe you would cherish more every conversation, every moment that you would have with every person that you will see. Compare that if you were always self-absorbed with the work or project or whatever, so all those moments you were always dismissive because later I
yeah,
have something more, later. And after, when you think about it, the sense of guilt and something that really brings you down, it's that feeling of not having that quality relationship and time, for example, with your family. But it's really the impact of your behavior and the way you set your priorities and your understanding of what is success for you, important for you, and how to, like, it's I find that the idea of balance is easy, but it's the basic of everything, like balance, eating, drinking,
yeah,
loving, everything. It's about nature.
yeah,
It's the wonderful demonstration of the power of balance.
yeah,
Everything that grows has something that is made to eat it.
yeah. No, but it's true, and we forget that.
So it's a cycle. So also, like, not to fight, instead of this idea of fighting, instead of like flowing and creating. When you see like you're fighting against the world and against everything that comes, that mind of like fighting, it's not the easiest way of living your life for your body, because there's so much stress that compared to if you're going there with like a specific plan and an understanding of what you want and being more progressive. So if we want to do a big wrap up of everything we just said, so first of all, you do an assessment of the situation, you identify the different elements that creates your world,
Yeah,
you put a note on each of them on four, so you don't have the middle, it's one or two, or it's great or it's
mm-hmm.
okay. So then once you have your notes, you define the new scores you want to have at the end of the year. So let's say health was 1 on 4, I want to end up at 3 on 4, so maybe I'm not at my goal, but I'm not far.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's an example. And then after that, what you have to do is write yourself a letter, because these are just like a vision of the situation and where you want to end up. But you have to write that letter to yourself. Why? What is the story behind that one thing? And
yeah,
this is something that you're writing to yourself. So you confess, you sharing your deepest. So you have
yeah,
then to honor yourself and take it into consideration when you
yeah,
plan your every day and decisions and everything you
yeah.
want. We're trying to make it short and it keeps getting longer and longer, but these are really the steps. So take it and do whatever works for you.
Absolutely. And use it in your letter a quick strategy. How you gonna achieve them? It doesn't have to be quite defined. It just have to be an idea how you just have to take the first step in faith to believe that you're gonna achieve them. It always takes
Yeah.
one step, one step.
Yeah.
As soon you do that step, you show the universe that this is serious. I'm not gonna
Yes.
be the same
and
person.
and what we're proposing to you as like two experienced business women is the way, or how you would address a business situation. So
Yeah.
you would do the assessment of the different, let's say, a sector of activities. You will rate them to
Hmm.
know like what needs to be done, and then you would put the key KPI to see, okay, this is where we want to go. This is
Exactly.
the effort and investment we're going to put. So it's the same thinking. That's why we're saying it's
Yeah.
about designing the life you want
Yeah.
and taking action and understanding and using tools to support your journey versus having life happening to you and just reacting to different things.
Yeah.
You always can have different opportunity coming your way. Are they aligned with what you want?
Yeah. And I love that you need to get aligned, like with your goal, with your future, not your parents, not your husband, not the society. It's you as a person. And to the end, I just want to finish with the
Yeah.
quote. And you know which quote I'm going to go because I love quotes. If I'm going to ask you one question, what's the wealthiest place on earth? Obviously, we're going to say maybe Dubai, maybe the
Mm-hmm.
United States, maybe some
California. No, I don't know. Yeah.
California. They're rich and very well, beautiful people over there.
Yes.
But honestly, if you think for a moment, where's the wealthiest place on earth? Well, the answer is the graveyard. And you know why? Because people,
Mm.
it's all their dreams that they do not fulfill, all their
The
books that
misery.
the
Yeah,
misery.
graveyard.
They didn't write the books that were supposed to be written. They didn't write the song that they were meant to write. They didn't open the business that they were supposed to open. They didn't work on themselves. And they took that talent and their goal with them to the graveyard. And this is why the graveyard is the wealthiest place on earth. That's why don't make the graveyard richer, make the word, show them your talent. If you want to write a book, put it as a goal to write my book. If you want to write a song, write it.
Mm.
Just do it. Do the society and the world a favor, show them who you are and how brilliant you could be.
Mm. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm.
Happy
So we
holiday.
love you, girls. You're beautiful, girls and men and women. We love
Everyone.
you. We truly hope, like what we share can, if there's only one thing that would be useful for you in your life, we'll be very like happy that we could have bring this to yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah,
If we can inspire one person, I think
yeah,
for
we'll be
us,
happy.
that's
I
what
don't
we
know if you
can.
saw our lives, like hello, is there somebody? Is there somebody?
Yeah.
So we're really like humbled and grateful like for this experience. And don't be shy and share with us. Write to us any subjects you want. If you have questions, if you have stories you want to share, we'll be more than happy to exchange with you and
Yes.
get to
And
know you more.
if you want to share one of your goal of 2021, I would love to know.
I want to know.
Me too.
Share your goals.
Inspire me.
Yes. Start a movement.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
empowering each other and lifting up everyone because we can.
Yes.
We're great.
The limit is in the mind.
Oh, it's so, yes, it's so true. That's the only limit.
Ciao, guys. Take
Bye.
care. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet.
Like us. Ciao.